Hello, hello, Stephanie Zima here, My Way of Life Coaching. And I want to ask you today, do you want to stand out in a crowded room? Do you want to stand out? If you do, right, your brand is going to be your key. Your brand is going to be the key that differentiates you from the other network marketer, you from the other realtor, you from the other online entrepreneur or high ticket sales affiliate or social seller or whatever you are, okay? You have to have a brand that is different than anything else. And I have to tell you, I've been out in the cold market and I haven't seen many people actually having a brand. Like what I see is Scentsy people. What I see is Monat people. What I see are people that are slinging gut health supplements. What I see are people that are doing other kinds of stuff, right? But what I not see is branding. What I not see is somebody letting me see who they are so I can actually connect with them. That is what is missing, you guys, okay? And that is what sets you apart. That is what's going to let other people connect with you and to have conversations. And from those conversations, you will actually make sales because people are going to align with you. But what is in the way? What is the problem? Why are people not able to do that? Why is the majority of people not connecting? And I'm going to tell you right now, it's social anxiety is absolutely on the rise. And the reason for that is that there's just so much pressure, okay? So much pressure. Creating your own brand is not as hard as you may think, but it's also not as easy as you may think. But before I'm going to dive into what it takes to create a personal brand, if you are new to me and if you have never watched me, I am Stephanie Zima, founder of the Walk It Free mentorship program that helps online entrepreneurs to come off this emotional roller coaster of feeling scared and stuck and all the things that hold them back onto a solid foundation of clarity, confidence, and courage that will actually get them thriving through all of their entrepreneurial journey. Personal development and mindset is so important when it comes to success, right? Yes, you need to have strategy. Yes, you need to have skills. Yes, you need to know how to make a reel. Yes, you need to know how to engage the algorithm, but none of that matters. Think about it. None of that matters if you cannot be in action. If you cannot connect with people, if you don't know how to constantly reach out to people and start and generate conversations, if you don't know how to do that, your business is dead and you don't make any money. And it doesn't even matter what you're learning because you won't apply it. See, that's the problem. Okay, that is why so many people are stuck, and I am just so passionate of helping you to be unstuck, because I've been stuck for so many years until I learned this, and now I'm not stuck anymore because that is what it is. That's where it is. It's a mindset. It's growing through your personal development into someone that actually can build a business, and that is what I'm here to help you, okay? If you want that, by the way, mentorship is open for enrollment, and just comment help here below. I'll send you all the deets, okay? January is around the corner. January, February, March, first quarter of the year. That's where we are. It's a 12-week course and personal one-on-one coaching, so it's amazing. So you want to make sure you go ahead and comment help right now so you can get the details on it in my free course. Okay, here's what it is, right? Social anxiety happens because you are afraid to be seen. You are afraid to let people see your imperfections. That's why you don't know what to post. You are afraid that other people find out about your faults or your scars or your fears or any of those things, and you don't want to air out your dirty laundry, which is completely understandable. You don't have to air out your dirty laundry. You don't have to let everything shine. But you need to have some things be there, okay? Think about it. Your business is like a shopping window, right? You're going down Fifth Avenue or wherever you live, right? Wherever the shopping area are. And there's these windows, these storefronts that are completely empty. There's nothing in there. Now think about it. What would you do? What would you do? You would just walk by and say, yeah, okay, well, empty window. That is what people will do on your social media. Now, if you have something that you really are interested in there in your window storefront, the person that walks by, aka scrolls by, will stop and look at it for a second because it's catching their interest. It's catching something on there. It's emotionally trigger them somehow, okay? That is what it is, you guys. When you're posting something, you need to make sure your storefront will stop the scroll, will stop people from doing it. How are you going to do it? You're going to have to say something that pertains to you. See, I talked about this in a different video. If you're only posting about your products and you don't have a personal brand, meaning you, authentically you, you're only posting about your product. People that are not willing to get that extra length of talking about their insecurities, their imperfections, their need to make a change, right? And most of you are in health and wellness, and that is a touchy subject, okay? Touchy subject. People don't necessarily want to tell you that they have digestive issues. People don't necessarily want to tell you that they are bloating and farting everywhere. People don't necessarily want to tell you all the time that, they can't go to a party because they are in so much pain. They don't want to say no to the food because they feel rude of saying no to the food or bring their own food. They just say no to the party. Right? So they're going to end up being alone. I cannot tell you how many posts I have seen of mothers being lonely at home because they don't know how to make adult friends. It's everywhere. And you probably are dealing with that also, okay? Social skills is something that is not there anymore at this moment, but it needs to be learned. Now, how can you do that? That is your brand. You need to learn your social skills. You need to learn how to show what's appropriate to show, what you're standing for, what are your core beliefs, what do you believe, what do you want to talk about, what is interesting to you. All of these things you need to get in touch with first. Then you need to put that in your storefront. You need to have it out there for people to see so that they can actually connect with you. Because if you just keep posting about your boring products that you're selling, people are not going to buy it. Simple. People are not going to buy it. They don't know you. Why would they tell a stranger, oh yeah, by the way, let me look at that, right? And then here's the thing. You're going to put out there, and I'm sorry, I'm a little spicy today, but you're going to put out there like this picture of a pill, and nobody even knows what that is, okay? Nobody even knows what that is. Nor would they ask unless they have a different agenda of connecting with you. They would not necessarily ask, they'll just scroll by. Imagine your behavior. If you're walking by a boring storefront on the street, do you even care? Do you look twice? No. Do you go in and knock on the door and say, excuse me, I can't see what's back there. Like, is there something back there that I might actually find interesting? No. You will just scroll on by, right? AKA walk on by. That's what your normal behavior would be. So why would social media be different? It's the same, okay? It's the same. So your storefront, your page need to have something that other people might find interesting. Now, you might want to think about what other people find interesting and post that out there only for them. That's where you're going to get stuck. If you constantly try to create content that is for other people, you're going to get stuck because you cannot keep up this posting schedule that way. You won't. It's just too hard, always only serving others. So when you are having your brand, you need to find something that is interesting to you personally. And the reason why you want that is because that will attract people. If you are liking it, then other people are going to like it too. See, the reason why people don't want to post what they like is because of a lack of confidence. You think if you put out what you like let's say I love the color pink and I'm going to post everything in pink. I could have doubt that my friend Sally Joe over here is gonna hate pink because she likes red. And so she may say so annoyed by your pink stuff over there. Why is everything pink on your wall? Why is this always pink? Your whole room is pink. It looks like Barbie. You look like Barbie, right? So first cue here, I know immediately, Sally Joe, not my friend, okay? Sally Joe may say, hey, listen, that's a little bit much pink. Do you really love it that much? Okay, that's her opinion. And then I can decide, do I really love that much pink, or is she right? Okay. Now, that's the thing. However, it's giving me a clue. If Sally Joe reacts like that because she likes something else, I know two things about Sally Joe. I know that A, she's not a very grown person. She's not very mentally mature, because mentally mature people will allow other people have what they feel they need to have at that moment. So if Sally Joe does not allow me to have pink on my wall because I really like pink and it makes me happy, and she happens to like red, right? She gets to have red on her wall all she wants, and I can support that and love on that and do all that stuff. But if she doesn't do the same thing for my pink, see, I know that she's not necessarily very supportive. Okay, and she's also not very grown, because mentally mature people will allow you to do you. Okay, will allow you to be exactly who you are, because that is all they want. They want you to be who you are. That's authenticity. Okay, so that was the things that I know. I know from her that she's not supporting me, that she's not necessarily my friend, and I also know that she's not very mentally mature. Now, Sally Joe happens to be your husband, okay, or your mother or your mother-in-law, you cannot just cut them. You cannot just say, oh, bye, you don't like me. But you can mentally stand guard of your brain and say, okay, man, I know that about you now. That's fine. You get to have your opinion, but I also keep posting pink because I really like it. You get to set boundaries. You get to say, no, this is what I like, and this is what I need to make me happy, even though you may not like it. Okay, that is important. That is your growth. This is where your mindset and your boundaries and your confidence and your courage and your clarity, like shining through those weeds again, right? That is where you are excelling. That is why you need a brand, so that you can attract the people. Now, Sally Joe may not like your pink, but other people may like your pink, and they're going to comment and say, that's such a beautiful shade of pink. Where do you have it from? Where did you get that from? Why is that? Why are you having this mindset? That is why you need to have that. Okay, you need to post more about what you are and who you are and what is going on for you. That is super important. When you have that mindset, that clarity, that who you are authentically at the core, what your core values are, what you like, what your mission is, what your vision is, what your values are, where you stand in the world, who you want to spend time with, what kind of energy you want to attract, what kind of energy you want to be around, what makes you show up as the best version of you. When you have clarity on all of that, that is where you become unstoppable. No amount of rejection will ever stop you. No amount of rejection will make you cry, because it's their opinion. They get to have that opinion about you, and that is okay. Okay? Somebody commented the other day, Kamala, on my video, and I thought to myself, I'm like, I don't know, is it an insult? Is it not an insult? Like, whatever, and that's the extent of it. That is the extent of it. My brain could have completely taken off with me, and I could have said, oh my gosh, that person is like having one way or another opinion about me. No, it didn't even matter. It didn't even faze me. It was like water off my duck back, right? It didn't matter. And that is what makes you unstoppable. That is the solid foundation from where you can build anything and everything that you want, okay? That's what I want for you. So if that resonated with you and you think you could have some extra time to grow, right? If you think that you want to also be rejection proof, my mentorship program is up for enrollment at this moment. January is days away from us, and we are going to crush it. January, February, March, you are going to have an online course that will help you get the foundations and the basics. You're going to get one-on-one coaching with me. You are going to be able to figure out exactly the emotional state that you're in. You're going to figure out exactly what your next step is going to be, how to set an appropriate goal that will get you the confidence, because most people are not setting appropriate goals, and that's what keeps them struggling. You need to have your next step and your next goal, without shame, without fear, without, any of the comparinitis, because I don't know about you, I've sat in those mentorship calls with a lot of people, and I would always somewhat feel embarrassed. I would always think like, ugh, they all seem to be smarter than me. They all seem to be more than me. They all seem to have more money than me. They all and it would keep me stopped, right? It would keep me in inaction. I would not talk out, or I would not say, or I would not set the goal, or I would set the goal so high that I already knew I was never going to reach it. I already knew I was never going to make it, so I wasn't even starting, okay? Out of shame that wasn't my next step. So don't be that. That's why we have one-on-one coaching calls, so you can actually learn what your next step is. No matter how small it is, it doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't matter how small your step is going to be. That is where we are going to set and start, and that's why everyone's journey is so individual. Personal development is very private. Mindset is very private. Yes, you can learn the foundations in a group call. Yes, you can do this, but when you're talking coaching, when you're really getting into it, it's a very private journey that we are all embarking. So if that sounds like something that is interesting to you, make sure you comment help below. You're going to get my free course first of all, and then you're also going to get the deets on enrollment of this mentorship that's starting now. I'm so excited. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.